What is the value of stacking? Why would you do it or not do it? Hello, welcome to Walter Limited. My name is James. Thanks for tuning in. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about PAB boxes. These little guys. A lot has been made of the cups versus the boxes. I did a video a few weeks ago on the difference and whether it was a downgrade or an upgrade. Used to be with the cups that you had to stack very specifically in order to maximize the space, and even still, no matter how well you did, you were going to end up with air gaps. Just the nature of the beast. With conical cups and square or rectangular bricks, there was no winning there. I'm not going to pretend I have some kind of magical solution for you that's going to get you to get more pieces into a square box. Or into a rectangular box, rather. It is what it is. Rectangle is rectangle. It fits what it fits. What I did want to talk about, though, is the value of time. Because I think that's an underappreciated or an under-discussed portion of the value proposition for acquiring Lego pieces. If your time is at a premium, maybe something worth considering for you. It cracked me up at one point because when I was filling these boxes at the Lego store, I'd stacked a couple of boxes, took my time. They were probably close to 20 minutes a piece. So I'd been there for 40 minutes, painstakingly stacking, and then I went to do the other side of the experiment and just started dumping bricks in and was done in, 10 or 15 seconds filling a box. And one of the Lego employees was kind of horrified. She's like, "Why would you do that? You're wasting so much space." Well, that's a thing. You're right. So let's talk about what that means. I've got two boxes from the PAB wall. One I stacked, one I did not. So let's start with that. Let's see what we have in here. Okay, it's 6 bricks deep. It is 11 studs front to back, and it is 23 studs side to side, which means inside this box, and realistically, it's 5 2/3 bricks deep. You can see that those sit a little bit proud of the box edge. So depending on your store, they may be a little bit more strict on how much you're allowed to pack into it and how much you aren't. So that allowed me to get 756 1x2 bricks, masonry in this case. 6 1x1 bricks. These are transparent headlight bricks. And then some assorted plates. There is enough room along the front when you have them stacked 11 front to back, about 1 plate depth. You might be able to sneak 2 tiles worth of depth into there, but you can get 1 plate deep pretty much all the way across. So that's what a stacked box looks like. That's your haul there. The comparison for this one is the unstacked box. The stacked box took me between 15 and 20 minutes, and that's going to hold true depending on what parts you use. 1x2s was kind of the high side. 1x2s, you have to stack 756 of them, so it took a minute. It was closer to 20 minutes than 15. If you're using bigger parts, 2x4s, larger plates, things like that, probably take you less time. But I wanted to do a really close comparison. I was lucky that one of the stores near me had 4 different types of masonry available at once, maybe even 5. So I was able to do a 1-to-1 comparison. So what did we say we had? 756 1x2s in this box. Okay, now the other box I did not stack at all. It's about the same amount of full. So it's a little bulgy. But this one took me 30 seconds to fill. that's probably even high. I literally just folded the box out, walked over to the bin, and just started scooping bricks in. Gave it a little shake to try and, pack it down a little bit so I could fit a few more, but this was minimum effort. Like, literally seconds to fill this box. So let's see what we got here. All right. Looks like a lot. But as soon as I pour it out, you can see that that is significantly less than in the other one. Give me a few minutes. I'll be right back with you with a total. So I'm back. We ended up with 537. 537 is about 70% the amount of bricks that I got in here with stacking. So I got 30% more bricks, but it cost me 20 minutes. Taking into account that time value, like I said, it took me about 20 minutes to stack these. It took me like 30 seconds to stack to fill this box, which means it would take me an hour to fill 3 of these and cost me about $60 after the tax, give or take. In 5 minutes I could fill 4 of the boxes for $80. It cost me $20 more. Have about approximately the same number of parts. But I'd have an hour more of my time. So that's where your consideration comes in for your budget. Is time more valuable to you right now? Or is money more valuable to you right now? And people might say, well, that's silly. $20 is a lot of money. Okay, you're right. $20 will add up over time. Depending on how your life works and, what family obligations you have, what work obligations you have, and all those other kinds of things, you can get more money. You can't get back your time. Take that into consideration when you're thinking about stacking boxes. If it takes me an hour to fill 3 boxes to save $20, does that fit in my budget? Depending on what is of most value to you. And I can tell you, for me, with 5 kids, a full-time job, trying to do this YouTube channel, commitments to my church, having a spouse that I like and want to spend time with, taking care of a house and a yard, and then trying to squeeze into that enough time to actually enjoy my Lego hobby, an hour's precious. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind stacking, especially if it's like when I was filling these and I had some friends from the lug there, and then it's as much social time. You're standing around talking, filling boxes. Great. That's social time. It's not taking away from anything else. Hanging out with friends, filling boxes. But if it's just me trying to stop by on the way home from work or during a long lunch or something like that, that's an hour I could be doing something else, like eating or beating traffic in the DC area. I promise you that my decision making mostly comes down to what's happening at the time. If I'm running into the store and I have a little kid with me and I need to make it quick, absolutely pouring stuff in and running out. Because they lose patience pretty quick, and if you're going to spend an hour there stacking parts, they're going to get squirrely. If I'm there by myself, I might be a little more prone to stack parts depending on what other time pressures I have that day. You got to take into account, what is your time worth? Not telling you shouldn't stack, but it's a lot more nuanced than I got 30% more pieces. Tell me what you think. Does taking the time to stack seem valuable to you, or would you rather have that time and a few less dollars for the same amount of parts? A little food for thought. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you found this valuable. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.